Ask your customer questions. Take time. Provide more value and more service at every turn and every step of the process. That's who we are. Hey guys, Rafi Konsker here, Preferred Plumbing Solutions. I want to talk about service. I haven't talked about anything business related in a while. You guys can clearly see where a lot of my passion is, but I want to talk about service. I don't think people understand today what true service means. I don't think people understand what looking after your client means, what taking care of your client means. So I'm going to talk to you about what we do and how we operate here. The way we operate and the way I train our team is we are always ready and willing to be more, to give more, to serve more, to communicate more, to explain more, to provide more information, to assist more, to provide more options, to take more time if needed, to ensure that we're dealing with the right people and we can help and find out what the pain points of our clients are and what their real concerns are. And this takes more time and more energy, but that's the only way to really serve a client. If you're not doing your job to find out what the client actually needs, wants, what the desires of the client are, which by the way, you may not know because the client may not know, which is why as a service provider, it's your job to communicate and ask questions. You need to ask questions. You need to understand the environment of that client. You need to understand what the past, what the history is like. You need to understand what their present is like. You need to understand what their future is going to look like. The more you can understand about your client, the better you can serve them. And the example I give when I do training with my technicians or anybody in my team is, if you go to the doctor because you have a problem, when you walk into the doctor's office, he's not going to look at you after 5 seconds and say, well, it looks like you have this, here's a prescription. He's going to do a diagnostic. He's going to ask you questions. How long has that been happening for? When did it start? Have you done anything differently lately? On a level of 1 to 10, what's the pain like? Is there any history in your family with this issue? I'm not a doctor, but et cetera, et cetera. There's going to be a lot of questions. Once all those questions are asked, then he has or she has enough information to evaluate what's going on and then to perform a real diagnostic. And then, even then at that point, he or she may provide you with a couple different scenarios or different options of how to deal with the problem. That's what a professional does. Or for example, let's say you're going to a therapist and you're looking for some help, some emotional awareness. You don't sit down in the therapy office and the therapist just starts rambling off to you for the hour and then says, okay, thank you, time to go, pay me my money and I'm out. What does a therapist do most of the time? A therapist asks you questions, gets to know you, gets to understand you, takes time and invests energy and effort into truly understanding who you are, what you're about, what you need, and then can try to better assist you once they fully understand you. And I think especially in the blue collar industry, especially in the home service industry, there's a major lacking in that area. And I know that because the amount of clients that we pick up that have stopped using their existing service company, and after a little bit of questions and a little bit of identifying and some distinctions being made, we've always come down to the same thing. Whoever was there last did not take enough time to understand the needs of the client in order to provide the correct service options for that customer. So again, at Preferred Plumbing, what we do here is we are 100% customer-centric. We're going to understand exactly what it is you need. Now, doesn't mean just the problem you have. It means, why is that problem there? And perhaps you want to know what it looks like to ensure this problem never comes back again. And perhaps you want us to deal with the actual source of the issue, not just the symptoms of the problem, which is notorious in this industry. That's like giving somebody Advil when they have an infection. You may feel a little bit better, but the problem's still there, which means you're going to have an issue later. So again, ask your customer questions. Take time. Provide more value and more service at every turn and every step of the process. That's who we are. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. If you need anything, give us a shout. Take care.